Shadows off the map.
Shadows off the map.
No shadows on the map,
Right down
son.
here, just right down this little wave over here.
I wish it were that simple.
Almost went over.
It's a little raft.
How are the shadows on the map?
I like to think it's...
Yeah. Oh, she's even got the little bug.
It doesn't hold air, so it's a little flat.
Is he going to get
Sorry.
trampled or close to the rock?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, look at the waves.
where's the waves? So the reason this is a map of lava falls, and the reason I do it again is because when we scout, we're basically walking up, and we have a bird's eye view of the rapid basically from like right where I am. So we walk up this trail, and then we're looking down on it, and so you can really see the features well. And there are some very distinguishing features to lava falls, which I think is there are in many rapids, but I think it's a little easier to see them in lava. And so when you walk up there, it's kind of a nice thing if you have an idea of what you're looking at. So there are two sides to lava. There's a left side and a right side. The left side only becomes runnable at higher water, so you need at least 15,000 cubic feet per second. Our high is somewhere around 13, so we don't have enough water to run left. And then there's a right side to lava falls, and the side is delineated by a very large feature, which is probably the first thing that you're gonna notice when you walk up to the scout, and it's this large feature in the middle of the river right here, and it's called the ledge hole. And it's basically just, it's a bunch of rocks piled up, and the water flows over it, and it's almost like a low head dam in a way. It's kind of just this like really steep, really boily spot right here. So this is the ledge hole, and it flows in, and it's just kind of gnarly right there. So I think sometimes when people focus on the ledge hole and they're like, oh shit, you know, looks like a terrible place. We're not going to have anything to do with the ledge hole. And the nice thing about running right is that all of the water, and if you look at the current above the ledge hole, most of the water, all of the water that's going into the ledge hole is coming from the left side. So that's the true challenge when we're running left, is to make sure that we don't get in the water that's going into the ledge hole, because it's all coming from the left side and it's kind of funneling this way into the ledge hole. So the nice thing about the right is that it's a lot easier to stay out of that current than we do. Coming off of the ledge hole is a little compression wave called the teacup hole, and then so you can look for that. And then the big feature below it is something called the V wave, and it's these two folding waves that come in on each other, two lateral waves. The left side of the V wave has since changed in the last 2 years or so, so it's not as powerful as it was. So it looks, the right side is a little more powerful than the left side. It used to be two very powerful waves, so when you look at that, the left side is not quite as powerful. And then the features right below that are called the mountain waves. And they're these large waves that are clamshell waves. They build, and then they go smash, build, smash. And there are two of them. The first one is the biggest, and then the second one. There's a spot right here that I think, in terms of running right, is probably the most consequential piece of running right. Is called the Black Rock Eddy. So there's a very large black rock that sticks out, and some of the current goes into it, and it's kind of real oily and gnarly right there. So when you're looking at it, look for the ledge hole, don't pay too much attention to it. Then there's this little V wave, or teacup hole, V wave, mountain waves, and then the Black Rock Eddy down. Yes.
What is your preferred path?
So I'm going to show you in just a moment.
Okay, then you guys get
You asked the same question. So those are just the features to look for. And again, when we're standing up here, you can really see them. And it looks like a jumbled mess of whitewater, but it's really beautiful. And I think in terms of rapids in North America and rapids in the world, it's, I think, probably one of the more beautiful rapids. And there have been rapids named on other rivers after lava. On the Elsek River, there's lava north. On the Zambezi, there's lava south. And so there are other places in the world that are kind of named after it. So it's a famous rapid. So what we do is, as you can probably imagine, there's a pretty good horizon line heading into this rapid. And so our marker is a bubble line that's coming off of a rock on shore. And it's I know you say a bubble line, but it's actually a pretty amazing bubble line. You can really trust it. But it's a bubble line that comes out, and then it does this thing where it comes out a little bit into the, not middle of the river, but the left side, left of center. And then it comes back around here. So we put our boats, we line up, put our boats on this bubble line, this, and then all of a sudden, you see this quite a bit, there are chicken strokes that happen right here where people start pulling back because they're like, wait, no. But if you trust it, it's gonna bring you back to the right spot. So we come around, bubble line, then we line up to catch a little piece of the teacup wave, which will line us up well for the V wave. So we catch a little piece of the teacup wave. The challenge with the teacup wave is if you catch a little too much, the swirly eddy or swirly water behind the ledge hole can spin your boat. So we try to not catch too much of it so it doesn't spin us. And then we're aiming for the left side of the V wave or the middle. So hopefully we'll kind of hit the little bit of the left side of the V wave and it'll go Cosma! And then depending on how we come out of the V wave, could be a little bit sideways, sometimes it spins you, sometimes you're forward, hopefully you're forward, but you get a little bit of your composure and you start to line up for these mountain waves and just make sure that you're going to hit them straight. It's a timing thing of when you leave the beach. Sometimes it's building and you kind of cruise right over it, sometimes it clamshells right on top of your boat. So it kind of is a little bit of a timing thing. But you'll hit the first mountain wave and it's going to be like a Cosma! And then the second one's not quite as big and it's another like Cosma!
Yay!
I got wet.
So the first one through will clear it out for us.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
the
else
second,
after.
third.
Yeah, see that nice road they made?
I know, it's a real nice road right down, right down the middle. So, then there's a nice little spring down there on the left, and there's kind of some calmer water for a little bit. And then down by Paul's feet is another rapid called Son of Lava. And Son of Lava is a bend. Here, I'll draw a little. Son of Lava bends to the right along. This is a big cliff band right here, and there's some big lateral waves that come off the cliff band. There's about a football field length of room between the bottom of lava and Son of Lava. So it's about 8 seconds. It's not a very long rapid, and it's a thrilling ride. And again, it's your boat makes it through, and it's like a yeah. But the true celebration is when all 7 boats are through. So we're looking out for each other. We're keeping our head on a swivel. We're watching the boats behind us, and we're making sure that we're paying attention and being willing and ready to help if needed anywhere that is needed. So.
Is it the same line for the duckies?
Yes. Same line for the duckies. If something occurs in your boat and you happen to find yourself in the water, which way do you think you'd like to swim? Away from this little situation right here. So if you do find yourself in the water, hop up, cup of calm, and start heading left. Hold on to your boat if you can. Yeah, grab the boat. Yeah.
How come you don't
Lava Falls.
avoid these by coming through, or you come off there and just come around?
It's not that easy.
Okay.
I wish it were. I wish you could actually like really pick it. But
really easy to me. I mean,
it looks a little easy in the sand, but in true life, it's really not that easy. You can't really avoid the mountain waves on the right side. So you're gonna hit a piece of it for sure.
no matter.
Yeah. And they're beautiful. I mean, they're incredible waves. They're so beautiful. And I'd like to read something which is probably my most favorite. One of my most favorite things written about Grand Canyon. And it's not necessarily about lava falls, but it's about some big rapids. And it's written by a guy named Buzz Holstrom, who applied to be a boatman for a Path Bray trip that was a movie trip that was coming down here. and he was a gas station attendant in Oregon and built boats on the side and ran rivers on the side and just enjoyed it. And so he wanted to come down the Grand Canyon. This was in early 1900s, like 1930s, and got denied as a boatman for this trip. And so he's like, well, I'll just build myself a little boat and go down by myself. And so he did. And the boat he built was called the Julius, and it was a little wooden boat. And he launched in Green River, Utah on October 5th, and just started running all the rapids. And he'd stop and he'd scout them and he'd run them by himself. And he gets into Grand Canyon, same thing. He stops, he scouts, he runs. And he is the first and only person to ever run every single major rapid in Grand Canyon. Why do you think only?
Because it was before the dam.
Yeah, so he launched in 1937, and it was right as they were building Hoover Dam. And the rapids below where we take out were still there, and there were two really big rapids, one called Lava Cliff and the other one called Separation. Separation was named after Powell's trip when three men left his trip and decided not to run the rapid. But Buzz ran Lava Cliff, or Separation and Lava Cliff rapids, and now they're under the waters of Lake Mead, so they're no longer available. But he ran every single major rapid. Up until then, folks had lined or portaged at least a couple rapids along that trip. So pretty incredible feat. And he ran Lava Falls on November 1st. And at Lava Cliff, which is below where we take out, he wrote this in his journal. And I think it's one of the more poignant things that has been written about this place. Camp on right at lower end of rapid, mile 247, with the last bad one above me, the bad rapid, Lava Cliff, that I have been looking for nearly 1,000 miles. I had thought, once past there, my reward will begin. But now everything ahead seems kind of empty, and I find I have already had my reward in the doing of the thing. The stars and cliffs and canyons, the roar of the rapids, the moon, the uncertainty, worry, the relief went through each one. The campfires at night, and the real respect and friendship of the rivermen I met and others. This may be my last camp where the roar of a real rapid is echoed from the cliffs around, and I can look at the stars and moon only through a narrow slit in the earth. The rivers and canyons have been kind to me, and I think my greatest danger is ahead, that I might get swell-headed over this thing. I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut about it, go back to work in the old way, and have it only as a memory for myself. I have done no one any good and caused few people great worry and suffering, I know. I think this river is not treacherous, as it has been said. Every rapid speaks plainly just what it is, and what it'll do to a person and a boat in its currents, waves, boils, whirlpools, and rocks, if only one will read and listen carefully. It demands respect, and will punish those who do not treat it properly. Some places it says, go here safely if you do it in just this way. And in others it says, do not go here at all with the type of boat you have. But many people will not believe what it says. Some people say, I conquered the Colorado River. I don't say so. It's never been conquered and never will, I think. Anyone who it allows to go through its canyons and see its wonders should feel thankful and privileged. Sometimes I feel sorry for the river. It works every second of the ages, carving away at the rocks, digging its canyons, carries 1 million tons of silt per day, and again I feel sorry for the mountains and rocks with the river gnawing at their insides. But I guess my sympathy doesn't seem very important to either of them. I know I've got more out of this trip by being alone than if a party was along, as I have more time, especially at night, to listen and look and think and wonder about the natural wonders rather than listen to talk of war politics and football scores. The river probably thought, he is such a lonesome, unimportant, and insignificant little creature with such a short time to live that I'll let him go this time and try to teach him something. It has not been so kind to many prouder people. Respect and reverence and joy and a little bit of, I don't know, fear, but a little bit of nerves and anxiety. It's a good thing. So, chutzpah, yeah. We'll go down and we'll run a real beautiful rapid that kind of last real big one that we have.
This.
In der Bildmitte die Lava Rapids, größten im Grand Canyon. Macht bestimmt Spaß, da nächstes Jahr mit dem Schlauchboot durchzujagen. Sieht schon genial aus. You're going behind Deja.
Deja behind Seth.
Deja behind Seth.
Don't say this. But don't say it. I'm going to be in River Runners magazine. I'm sure on the cover.
How not to trust
Dave, are you good? Okay.
Good.
Paddle boat!
Good run, Ken. Good run, paddle boat. Good run,
Woo!
Dave.
Yeah, good runs, everyone.
Daisy,
Tracy.
Jonathan.
Go Seth, go Deja, go Daisy! Go paddle, go Dory.
Go Dory, that's right.
Go Dory.
Especially the Dory. Good?
Woo!
Perfect.
Yeah. Woo!
Maybe you got a big chunk of that
Yeah.
water behind the teacup, didn't you?
Tried to pick up and spun.
Yeah. Saved it.
Yeah, that's good. Woo! Yeah, Daisy! Woo! Nice job! Oh!
Duffy, did you film it?
Yeah. But it was on my neck, so I'm not sure
Pretty full of water.
what's on the phone.
We had everything pretty straight.
Yep.
Yeah. Ah. The eyesight is never.
You're like a little submarine in there. Yeah, you guys too, Daisy. Fuck yeah. Your first lava run. Woo! So proud of you. Way to go, son.
Yeah. That'll get your heart rate up.
Woo! All the shady lunch ledges. We're just gonna pull over and
Celebrate.
That's really fun. Oh, yeah, yay. What? First lava run. So, first of many, hopefully.
Yeah, big day.
I'm so honored to be there. like lava boulders. A lot of puddles. You can see the columns. Yeah. Maybe we will go to the crack. This good straight line.
Is that the crack right there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it blows cold air. It's wild. Oh, and you can see some of the river cobble right there, and then the columns are bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cool.
He didn't let that go. Okay. Called the Froggy Fault Zone. There's a big fault that comes through here called Froggy Fault. Froggy Fault. Das vorletzte Camp. Lower Parashant, wenn ich richtig gehört habe. Ich werde hier mein Tarp auslegen und schlafen.